welcome back to the channel, where today we're talking about something truly legendary. A name that commands respect and still sends chills down the spines of muscle bike fans at the Yamaha VMAX. And for 2025, Yamaha has brought back the beast in a modernized, more refined, yet still brutally powerful form. The Yamaha VMAX 1700 V4. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement of raw, unapologetic power. If you thought muscle bikes were fading into history, think again. The 2025 VMAX brings the thunder back to the streets, and we're about to break down every inch of this monster. Right from the first glance, this machine looks like it was built to intimidate. The front end is dominated by a bold, round LED headlight unit housed in a sleek brushed aluminum casing. It brings together that old-school muscle bike heritage with modern lighting tech. The illumination is crisp, sharp, and widespread, great for both city streets and empty highways. Above it sits a small but aggressive fly screen that offers minimal wind deflection but adds a touch of sportiness to the design. The massive front forks, 52mm and fully adjustable, look like they belong on a drag racer rather than a street bike. They give the front end a solid, grounded stance. The front fender hugs the equally massive front tire, a wide 120-section radial mounted on a beautifully machined 18-inch cast aluminum wheel. Twin-wave rotors with radial-mounted Brembo calipers ensure stopping power matches the brute force of the engine. Moving along the side, the bike's silhouette is unmistakably VMAX. It's long, low, and muscular. The sculpted 15-liter fuel tank sits high and proud, designed with deep indents that let your knees tuck in snugly. Flanking the tank on both sides are massive, sculpted air scoops, hinting at the enormous V4 engine tucked underneath. The brushed aluminum finish contrasts sharply against the otherwise dark, menacing theme of the bike. Blacked-out engine components, a short wheelbase, and a beefy aluminum frame give the VMAX its aggressive posture. It's compact but brutally wide, like a gym-built street fighter ready to pounce. The dual exhaust system continues the muscular aesthetic, featuring upswept, quad outlets with a deep growl that's unmistakable. The rider seat is a contoured single-piece, firm yet supportive, positioned low to give you a commanding and connected feel to the bike. The rear subframe is minimalistic, with passenger pegs that fold discreetly and an optional pillion seat available. The footpeg position is more neutral than forward, keeping you engaged in control rather than just laid back. At the back, the VMAX remains all muscle and menace. The rear fender is short and aggressively styled, housing sleek LED brake and signal lights that are neatly integrated. The massive 200-section rear tire dominates the view from behind, mounted on another stunning 18-inch aluminum wheel. The chain drive and massive swing arm add to the mechanical, industrial vibe, and the bike looks ready to explode forward at a moment's notice. The exhaust tips emerge just beneath the tail, angled upward, wide, and finished in matte black with machined silver edges. Every detail at the rear is sculpted to reinforce the drag bike DNA Yamaha has always infused into the VMAX. When you settle into the saddle, you're met with a surprisingly rider-focused cockpit. It's not overloaded with tech, but everything is purposeful. The handlebar is wide and slightly curved, offering excellent leverage and a subtle nod to cruiser ergonomics. The 2025 model now features a revised full-color TFT digital display that replaces the old analog setup. It provides you with a clean readout of speed, RPM, gear position, fuel level, riding modes, and customizable data screens for trip info, temperature, and more. The menu system is simple and responsive, operated via thumb controls on the left cluster. You also get Bluetooth connectivity for music, call alerts, and even basic GPS turn prompts if you sync with Yamaha's My Ride app. The seat height is just over 30 inches, and thanks to the narrow waist near the tank, it feels surprisingly approachable for riders of various sizes. Switchgear quality is top-notch, with tactile buttons, backlighting, and a satisfying mechanical feel when toggling through functions. Mirrors are bar-mounted, wide, and actually usable, something not always common on performance bikes. Of course, all of this design would be meaningless without the engine, and here, Yamaha delivers something truly unforgettable. At the heart of the VMAX is a 1,679cc liquid-cooled, 65-degree V4 powerhouse. This engine is not just big, it's one of the most powerful in its category, producing a jaw-dropping 200 horsepower and 123 pounds-feet of torque. And it delivers it with a smooth but violent surge that feels like launching a rocket every time you twist the throttle. The power is immediate, relentless, and keeps pulling hard all the way through the rev range. The throttle-by-wire system is refined for 2025, improving low-speed control and reducing jerkiness in urban riding, while still letting the beast off the leash when you want to let it run free. Yamaha's slipper clutch and refined 5-speed gearbox ensure quick, solid gear changes, and while some may wish for a 6th gear, the ratios are spaced well for both city cruising and hard acceleration. The ride-by-wire throttle is responsive and integrates perfectly with the selectable ride modes. You can choose from sport, street, and rain modes, each altering the throttle mapping and traction control to match road conditions. The new model also adds cornering ABS and lean-sensitive traction control, giving you more confidence and spirited riding. Handling on the VMAX has always been surprisingly good for its size, and 2025 refines that even further. The chassis is stiff but forgiving, and the upgraded suspension keeps the bike composed even when you're pushing hard through sweeping corners. Despite its weight, it feels manageable thanks to a low center of gravity and refined suspension tuning. The bike is still more of a straight-line bruiser than a corner carver, but it handles urban and highway environments far better than expected. The brakes, equipped with dual 320mm front discs and a 298mm rear disc, are sharp and progressive, offering excellent bite and feel. With Yamaha's latest braking tech, stopping this nearly 700-pound monster is never a concern. The VMAX inspires confidence with every mile. Fuel economy is not its strongest suit, with averages sitting around 28 to 32 miles per gallon depending on riding style. But let's be honest, no one buys a VMAX for efficiency. You buy it for presence, sound, and raw V4 muscle. The 15-liter tank may not seem huge, but it offers a decent range for weekend blasts and daily rides. Now, let's talk about pricing. The 2025 Yamaha VMAX 1700 V4 is priced starting at around $20,999. That puts it squarely in the premium performance cruiser bracket. Considering its engine, technology, and heritage, it's not just a motorcycle, but an experience. There are also factory accessory packages available, including performance exhausts, custom seats, carbon trim kits, and even rear sets for those looking to dial up the sporty feel. The VMAX is built like a tank, and its maintenance is fairly straightforward and no excessive electronic complexity, which makes it surprisingly reliable for a high-performance bike. So here's the bottom line. The 2025 Yamaha VMAX 1700 V4 is not for the faint of heart. It's a bike that demands respect and delivers thrills every single time you fire it up. It's the muscle bike that refuses to die. Instead, it evolves, roars back louder, faster, and more refined than before. Yamaha has struck a rare balance between heritage and modern performance, creating a machine that pays tribute to the original VMAX while adapting to today's rider expectations. Whether you're a collector, a longtime fan, or someone looking for a power-packed cruiser that doesn't follow trends, this bike delivers like nothing else. Every ride feels like an event. Every red light becomes a challenge. And every tunnel is a concert hall for that incredible V4 exhaust note. Thanks for sticking around and checking out the full breakdown of the 2025 Yamaha VMAX. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you ride this beast, or is it too wild for daily use? Until next time, ride safe, respect the torque, and keep chasing the horizon.